Hello, hey book club. It is the month of August. Can you believe it that we have made it through 8 months of 2020? I don't know. I think I start off every book club announcement video discussing how time just feels different, how it's been the longest year in a month ever, but we literally are, we're getting through it. We are still here. We need to give ourselves grace for still being present, for still being alive, for still making it through all the hectic uncertainty that we are living through this year. And the end of the year is definitely going to be something else. And so we're definitely, as the book club and the syllabi cohort, are thinking through how we want to finish off our first year as a book club, and also understanding that they're probably around November, it's just going to get really hectic. And we want to definitely give the grace and care and concern to our members and make sure that we are building a community that is here for the community. So with that said, for the month of August, I am very excited. There's all these historical moments that come up in the month of August around Black political history. And so for the month of August, I'm really excited that we just defined this month ahead of time and decided to read All About Love and by Bell Hooks and Heavy by Kiese Laymon, because these are very pivotal books. And if there was any month that I was going to tell you to join both tracks and read both books, it is absolutely going to be this month. These books will do something to your life. These are life-changing reads. They are deeply emotional. They help you to give you language about so many things that we deal with, and we just tend to not have the language to speak upon. All About Love is our complex theory track book. Tamara did an amazing job. Bell Hooks will drag you by the edges. She will have you putting your therapist through that work. You know what I mean? Making sure either your copay or if you paying the whole amount, girl. Woo, Lord bless your heart. Making sure that you're getting your money's worth out of them therapy sessions, all right? Heavy, if you have, this is a book that I give to any man who tries to come into my life and waste my time. Any man who wants the privilege of wasting my time has to read Heavy first. Does it stop them? I mean, part of what has to happen in order for books to really stick and you to absorb the message is to have this dialogical education, to have this dialogical community where you can talk through and work through the book. And Bree did such an amazing job on this syllabus. It's thoughtful, it's caring, it's full of compassion, and really helps you to, pull out of what's happening in your life that might mirror some of the messaging that Kiese has in this book. I am very excited. Mr. Laymon is joining the book club on August 31st to do an author chat. It's already sealed. He's such a wonderful writer and just a thoughtful author. And so I'm super excited to have him sit down for the author chat on August 31st. We also will have some Black men coming into the book club to host live discussions on this book. All About Love, Bell Hooks is going to have you redefining what love is, making you think, have I ever been loved? Where's the space for the loving ethic and the care and compassion in my own life? Baby, this is another book. Please, your community doesn't have to join the book club, but get them to join in on the reading. Definitely, yeah, tell them to join the book club. But I think these readings are so meaningful that it's not even so much about us expanding or getting a bigger audience for the book club. It is just that we're putting in the work to make these readings more accessible, and we really want to share that work with a large audience because these books are so important. With that said, we've also had a donation drive that's been going on for a while, and we haven't really pushed it that well, but we are going to start being a lot more aggressive about trying to raise $60K to do a video project that provides a political education to a diverse base of knowledge ranges. So how this works is that, there's been this uptick since the Black Lives Matter and George Floyd and Elijah McCain and Breonna Taylor, obviously, yes, right? We're not trying to participate in the memification of any of those things. We actually want to say, okay, if people are going to tell you to read these books, whether it's to be anti-racist, whether it's to have, understand Black political theory, whether it's to understand liberation, whether it's to understand how you can be an activist in your own community, those books have always been there to read. And we want to bring those books in a way that really engages with the audience and meet an audience where they're at. A lot of people like to watch TV. They like movies. They like video. They like the visual element that really helps them to absorb the information. And so we want to be able to take these academic books that we like, that everyone's talking about, right? That everyone's discussing to be read. You know, people telling you to go read Frantz Fanon. It really ain't that easy to read Mr. Fanon. Paulo Freire, you know, Pedagogy of the Oppressed is a really dense book, right? And so we want to be able to take these books and break them down in a super accessible, high production value, well done series. And we also want to pay everyone involved at a market rate, right? We want to pay all the Black people behind the scenes that will help get this project done and help run the book club. We want to pay them at a market rate. So this is about raising money to pay our team an equitable rate, to put in the research, to put in the copywriting, the script writing, the video editing, the graphics, all that to make this production possible. We want to do that. And so we're trying to raise 60K, and we've definitely seen folks be able to raise a lot of money, you know, telling white women that they're going to teach them how to be anti-racist, you know. So we know folks can open their purse. Now, we're not really saying that our community already needs to be the ones to donate. What we want our community to do is to get the word out to their network, to get the word out across the spectrum of people, right? Because people within our community are already signed up to be insiders, are already purchasing the syllabi, they're purchasing the bookmarks, and we appreciate that, and all those things are meaningful. And so what we're asking is not so much that, you know, our book club members donate, it's more so that you help us amplify the message of our donation drive and get people from the outside to come in and, you know, help some Black women out as we're trying to help a larger community. Please remember to read the newsletter. We have about 2,000 members now signed up for the book club. On an average, about 600 to 800 people per newsletter are actually clicking and reading our newsletter. We are going to be sending out a lot more information. Sometimes we set up events, you know, within 48 hours. And so how do you find out about the events? The newsletter. How do you find out about the syllabi and the sales? And we have bookmarks that have been sold out that are going to be available again. All that information is in the newsletter. We are forever working to build a more accessible community. We now have a Discord server. So for everyone who's not in the Facebook group, it's a little tricky though, because we keep setting the Discord server link to never expire. However, the links keep expiring. And so I'm not doing something correct when I'm inviting people via the links, but we're going to get that together because we really want the server to be a space for people outside the Facebook group to be able to have some of the same communal elements that we've been able to build within the Facebook group. But we understand that everyone doesn't have a Facebook profile. And also Facebook is after that Munty. And so a lot of times it's hard for us to even get some of the things we post in the Facebook group to show up on people's timelines. And so the server is more accessible, and we will be doing a watch party for Women at Brewster Place. We're going to try it out via the Discord server on August 6th. So please do join us. Again, newsletter, website, all the information is there. Thank y'all for y'all contributions. Just reminding you again, please amplify the donation drive and just amplify the fact that you've been participating in the book club. If you've enjoyed any element of it, if you've enjoyed what we've read, if you've purchased anything from us and you found it to be fruitful and meaningful, you know, the best thing you can do for us is amplify the joy that the book club has brought you. So I will see y'all on the other side in the book club. Deuces.